Hey everybody! So today I am going to follow on from yesterday's video where I used the KonMari method to do a purge of my handbags, and I am going to use the same method to do a purge of my shoes. I'm not sure why, but earlier this year when I was using this method to go through my clothing, I kind of skipped over the shoes. I'm not really sure why. It's something that I really need to do, so I'm going to do that today. I have got rid of at least 3 pairs of shoes already this year. It might be more, but there's at least 3 that I can remember that I got rid of. So I'm not really sure how many I'm going to have. It's going to be a lot, and I'm sure from watching these videos you're going to be able to see why I was getting this feeling of suffocation, or feeling suffocated by my stuff, and why I decided that I need to tackle this and I want to go down the route of minimalism. As you'll see, I'm not a minimalist at this point, and even after going through this method, I'm still not going to be at a point where I can call myself a minimalist, but this is just my starting point, and I'd like to get rid of, I'd say at least 25%, if not a third of my shoes today, and just use that as the beginning point for getting rid of more, and then maybe in another 6 months or so tackle it again, trying to get rid of more, and eventually get to a point where I have just a few pairs left. So what I'm going to do just now is get all my shoes together. I'm not going to put them on the bed like I did with the bags yesterday, just because I don't want to get messy. So I will get them all together, put them on the floor in my lounge, and then we'll take a look at them, see how many I've got, and take it from there. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is all my shoes, and there are more than I expected there to be. I counted them up and it turns out I have 37 pairs of shoes. That's kind of ridiculous. So I'll just come over here and give you a look at everything that I've got. So we have boots up at the back here. I tried to arrange them so that I had all the same kind of things together, so starting with high heel boots and then going to flat ones. And then down here I've got 1 pair of short flat boots and kind of strappy heels. Over there's a couple of pairs of wedges. I think the light's kind of affecting those white ones there. And more heels. Some flat shoes. Yes, those are 2 pairs of shoes that are the same, but 1 pair is a size smaller than the other ones. And then just some random shoes down here, some trainers, and some other flat ones, and 1 pair of flip-flops. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to say these 3 pairs of shoes at the front here I know I'm going to be keeping, and it's not because there's anything special about these pairs of shoes, it's just that they all serve a particular purpose for me just now. So these ones here, these are the shoes that I use if I am going to be doing something where they might get dirty. So I have a garden and I live in Scotland where it rains a lot, and my garden is also not very good for drainage, so it gets particularly muddy and I just need one pair of shoes that I don't mind getting dirty, so I keep them for that. The ones next to that are my gym shoes, so they don't really need any more explanation than that. I just keep them for going to the gym, and the ones next to that are my work shoes. So I know I'm going to be keeping those 3 for definite. But as for everything else, I'd like to reduce this by at least a quarter, hopefully a third. And I will go and sort it now, and then at the end I'll show you what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Okay, so it's taken me a wee while to sort through everything, but here is the finished product. In the end, I have managed to get rid of 14 pairs of shoes and boots, and I'm keeping 23. I know that still seems like a lot, but when you've started with 37, getting down to 23 is still quite an achievement. So getting rid of 14 means that I've managed to purge just under 38%, I believe. So I'll show you what I got rid of here. So there's a pair of black high-heeled boots. They were quite difficult to get rid of, but in the end I decided that they didn't fit as well as some of the other high-heeled boots. I've got quite a high arch to my foot, and it wasn't touching the inside of the boot, which made it more uncomfortable to wear those compared to some of the other boots. So I decided to get rid of them. I still have some black boots, they're just flat ones instead of high heels. I have a pair of black flats, black flat boots, which I got rid of. I actually bought 2 pairs of boots to replace this pair in January after I fell on some ice, because the sole of the boots has become worn away. It's really smooth, and the boots themselves, they're just quite scuffed up and old now, so I'm getting rid of them. And then there's just some other high heels here. Some of them, they're just quite uncomfortable. Other ones, they're pretty worn. And then I've got a few flats there and my pair of flip-flops. I did only have 1 pair of flip-flops, but they're pretty worn out, so I thought if I actually need another pair, I can just buy them when I need them. And I might actually replace them with a pair of sandals if I need some kind of flat thing for wearing at a beach or whatever, because I think that would be a bit more versatile than flip-flops. And then this is what I'm keeping. So I know I've got quite a lot of boots here. I did realise the Wellington boots that I've got, they're another thing that I'm keeping more for practical reasons than because I really like them. Just living in Scotland, it rains a lot, we have a lot of snow, and so it's just a useful thing to have around. But the boots, they all fit me really well, and I just really like the way that they look, so unfortunately for now they're staying, but maybe at some point in the future I'll be able to get rid of some of them. I kept a few high heels, there's some there and a couple down here. And then these 3 pairs here, I actually bought those for going to Australia, I think, what was it, about 4.5 years ago. And I wore this pair here on the first day, and they ripped my heels to shreds, and then I had to wear flip-flops for the rest of my holiday, and I've never properly worn in these shoes. So I really like them, and I'm just going to keep them, and what I'm going to do is wear them around the house to try and wear them in. If I can't wear them in, then I'm going to get rid of them because I can't just hang on to them forever. But if I can wear them in, then I'm going to start wearing them a lot more. I showed you these ones earlier. I just got a few basic flats, and they're That's one of the pairs of boots that I got back in January. They are my Kurt Geiger boots, which I absolutely love and I wear them all the time. The other ones that I got back there, they're my black flat knee-high boots, and they are Ugg boots actually, and I really like them. So there you go, 23 pairs of shoes and boots that I'm hanging on to for now. I know it's still a ridiculous amount, but hopefully I can cut it back in the future. And 14 pairs to go for today, which isn't bad. So there you go, that is my shoe purge for today using the KonMari method. I was aiming to do at least 25%, hopefully 30%, and I managed to do just under 38%, which isn't too bad really. I mean, I know it doesn't make me anywhere near being minimal with my amount of shoes. I do still have 23 pairs, which is still a ridiculous amount, but considering that I've dropped from 37 pairs to 23 pairs, that's still, you know, a decent drop in the amount of pairs that I've got. So I'm fairly happy with that for my first pass at this. And like I said earlier, this is probably something that I will try and repeat in maybe another 6 months or so. Go through everything again and see if I can cut it back further. So let me know what you think. If you liked the video, then please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. If you have any comments, any questions, any videos that you'd like me to do, then please just let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!